Deep in India's western part, in Miraj, lies a miracle destination. Yes, Miraj, which was blessed more than a century ago. Here lies an exemplary missionary hospital, a living example of 121 years of dedication to human lives, irrespective of caste, creed and religion. Wanless Hospital, Miraj. A name which is synonymous with healing and hope. A name devoted to preserve and sustain human life with the sole mission of selfless devotion and service to mankind. Wanless Hospital is a century-old missionary charitable hospital situated in Miraj, providing secondary and tertiary health care, as well as running an effective extended community health care. Miraj Medical Center. It is one of the oldest landmarks in Miraj. A young American-Canadian missionary, Dr. William James Wanless and his wife were chosen by Dr. Winder of Western India Mission to serve as medical missionaries in this part of India. In 1889, after graduating from the Medical Hospital of the University of New York, he was sent to India by the Foreign Board of the Presbyterian Church of Pennsylvania. Wanless was 24 years old when he landed in Bombay in 1891 with his wife Mary, who was a nurse by profession. He had arrived in India, leaving behind a luxurious life filled with pleasurable prospects, to a land pulsating with humanity, a mysterious humanity ridden by famine, disease, superstition and ignorance. He was the first medical missionary sent to the Western India Mission.
I had a vision of helping the poor and needy. My wife Mary was skeptical about my dream, but she always stood by me. The natives were suspicious of the new medicines. I knew it was not an easy path which I had chosen, but I kept my faith in God and prayed for the people.
Wanless had no medical equipment to start except a diploma and a small personal medicine bag. With this, he began a life work, which resulted in astonishing medical and personal achievements. The first dispensary he made was in a shack where donkeys used to take refuge. For an operating theatre, he used his small bathroom. The operating table was made out of the packaging boxes in which they had brought their goods from America. He knew that not by might, nor by power, but by the Spirit of the Lord, he would have a hospital in Miraj.
My wife stood by me in the worst of times. And when we both felt alone and lost, we always looked at Jesus to show us the way. Someday we will have a real hospital.
I take this opportunity to present to you some of the highlights of Wanless Hospital and Miraj Medical Center. It just began 121 years back with Dr. Wanless coming from United States of America to start a mission which was based on his calling to serve the sick and the suffering in this part of the country. The present status of this hospital has grown from a very small cow-shed hospital to a tertiary care center. And this has been a wonderful journey of 121 years, which began with Dr. Wanless's coming to Miraj. At this time, we are one of the best tertiary care centers catering to the patients coming from a radius of about 100 kilometers. We not only cater to the patients from Sangli district, but surrounding almost 8 to 10 districts of Maharashtra and many districts from the surrounding states like Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and the state of Goa.
The school children from the whole district who have a doubtful heart problem are referred to Wanless Hospital for further examination and treatment.
These are the 3 triplets which were delivered by cesarean section and referred to Wanless Hospital as an emergency case from private practitioner, and all 3 they look different. So they are triamniotic, trichorionic and fertilization of 3 ova by 3 different sperms.
In 1894, a deadly plague epidemic enveloped the whole stretch of Western India. There was death and pain all around. It was in this calamity that Dr. Wanless diagnosed the first case of Black Death in Miraj and forecast the coming pandemic of bubonic plague. He stepped forward and selflessly went from house to house, person to person. He evacuated and saved many lives, inoculated so many, and finally defeated the terrible disease from becoming a rampage. The epidemic was contained only by the efforts and determination of this angel of God. His efforts won the heart of the Raja of Miraj, Raja Sir Gangadhar Rao Ganesh Bala Sahib Patwardhan, who gave the land for building a hospital at a trivial amount. Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj of Kolhapur and many other prominent families helped Dr. Wanless to set this hospital up. The Wanless Memorial Hospital, which he finally made in 1894. Soon, the name of William Wanless took on something of the ring of magic. Many native travelers started making a new kind of pilgrimage. The destination was a temple of the White Wizard. High castes and outcasts jammed the courtyard. All were welcome.
Mary always comforted me. Even in the worst of times, she was besides me.
The world sleeps. Seems as if time has stopped, but not at Wanless Hospital. An entity is working round the clock. dedicated and devoted staff and medical practitioners at Wanless Hospital. Little did Dr. Wanless know about the future. The seed that he had sown would germinate into such a glorious institution.
Dr. William Wanless came to Miraj, and his priority was to give healthcare to the people in this area. He needed someone to assist in delivery of healthcare system, and that is why the nursing school came into being, which was in the year 1897. Wanless Hospital is very much proud of training hundreds and thousands of personnel, nursing personnel, who are working all over the world. And the quality of nursing education was so important, and everywhere there was a demand for the nursing personnel. To give one small example, when I was in Saudi Arabia, I went to recommend for one nurse for the job. The question was asked to me that, is he trained from the same school where you were trained? So that was a proud moment for me.
Wanless's wife Mary always wanted to see the Taj Mahal. She had expressed this desire even before leaving the shores of America. In 1904, when she became very ill, Dr. Wanless put all his medical knowledge and skill and treated his wife. But she was sinking.
Oh Lord, help me. Don't let me fail. Save my Mary. I did my best, but Mary was growing weaker and weaker. Soon she was tired, very tired of fighting. This was the darkest hour of my life. I was shattered and lost. Only God was my refuge.
For 3 weeks, Dr. Wanless shut himself in his bungalow. Some thought he became a recluse, but the truth was that he wanted to be alone so that no one saw him grieve for Mary. After Mary passed away, Dr. Wanless moved ahead with the sole mission of building a hospital. The Mary Wanless Hospital, which he finally made in Kolhapur, is indeed the Taj Mahal for his wife, Mary. She would have surely been proud of his achievement and selfless sacrifice in serving humanity. Clearly, it was the doctor's love for the people which led him to expand his vision. His pleasant personality and selfless labor won the hearts of the people. Wanless was noted for his surgical skills. The doctor was always first with the latest in India in modern methods. Some of these were the use of X-ray and radium and nitrous oxide gas in anesthesia. He was the first surgeon in India to do the gastroenterostomy operation. He performed 75,000 operations. He gave sight to 13,000 blind people. In continuation of the firsts in the medicine in Miraj, in 1962, the first open heart surgery in India was performed at Wanless Chest Hospital by Dr. Padhi and Dr. Fletcher. Conceptualized by a visionary, meticulously planned and painstakingly designed, Wanless Hospital sets ultimate standards in both medical treatment and patient comfort. Since its inception, Wanless Hospital has believed in demonstrating God's love to suffering mankind and to the marginalized by using God's gift of scientific and medical knowledge. Dr. William Wanless planted this small sapling, and many others have watered it. Dr. Wanless always believed in preaching, teaching, and healing as being part of his ministry. It was his dream to start a chapel, and Dr. A.G. Fletcher fulfilled his dream in 1963 by constructing a beautiful chapel. Dr. Fletcher was a great support and help to Dr. Wanless. Under the leadership and due to the untiring efforts of Dr. Fletcher, many future plans were undertaken to upgrade the hospital. More specialized departments and a phased building program was made to replace old structures with an integrated modern hospital. Indeed, Dr. A.G. Fletcher embodied the spirit of a true disciple who was commanded by the Lord. Today, under the able guidance of Dr. Nathaniel Sasse, the hospital is soaring up. It is a 550-bedded hospital with all the basic specialities and super specialities. In 1910, Dr. Wanless received the Silver Kesari Hind Medal and a decade later, a gold medal. In 1928, he was awarded the knighthood. But it was always the love and devotion of his patients and students that gave him the deepest satisfaction. In 1928, parting was one of his saddest moments. Finally, the Wizard of Miraj was leaving India. Thousands flocked to see him off. When Dr. Wanless turned back and looked, he had only one thing in his mind. This is not the final goodbye. And he was right. Dr. Wanless still lives. His legacy lives on. He will always be remembered in India.